Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, fun for all that children.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
It is Christmas Day, and I am John.
I'm Matt.
And this will be our second review of the week because Friday was Insidious.
Yeah.
But we figured there'd be no better thing to do on Christmas than put up a review of Bob Clark's absolutely holiday classic, A Christmas Story. Not Black Christmas, because he did that one too, and that's a holiday classic too. But this is the one he's probably most well known for. Well, not even probably. I think this surpasses anything else he ever did. Even Porky's, Black Christmas. I mean, for God's sakes, for one day out of the year, they play this movie for 24 hours.
24 hours. Actually, today ain't Christmas for us.
Well, no, but there'd be no way to put this up, do this on Christmas and put it up on Christmas and Christmas is going to be a busy day.
Yeah.
I guarantee you when it comes on for 24 hours.
We'll be there.
Yeah, so this will be up on Christmas, so Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So let's go ahead and,
From us at the Hammer 56.
that's right, from ours to yours.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get into this because I guarantee it's going to be a long review because I've watched this movie since I was
2 parts.
no. Not going to do that again, no. Not for a while, anyways. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain the plot to this movie, but just in case I will. Because I feel like everybody has at least seen it once.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, then you're missing something.
Yeah, you gotta go watch it. Basically, the movie follows this little boy named Ralphie. Who all he wants for Christmas,
Is a Red Ryder BB gun.
carbon action BB gun.
Yeah, carbon action. I think it's carbon action air BB gun.
Something like that. I just remember with the compass and the stock and this thing that tells time. It was just one of the things I always thought was so good about Bob Clark's writing. This thing that tells time. Not a watch or a clock. This thing that tells time.
This thing that tells time.
And basically, you follow him throughout this movie, just him trying to figure out a way to get somebody
To buy.
to buy his movie. He goes see Santa Claus. He writes it in the school paper. He tries to hint to his mom and dad, and they all come back with the same response: "You'll shoot your eye out, kid."
And this is hands down my favorite Christmas movie.
But there's also other stuff in it too, like them going to school
Yeah.
and dealing with bullies and Scott Farkas.
Ah.
Sticking your tongues to light poles, get stuck, and there's a lot going on in this movie. It's not just.
Hey, it sounds like a Christmas at my house.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, what do you think about this movie, Matt?
Of course, I think this is my favorite Christmas movie.
As it is mine.
I don't think there's anything that beats it, in my opinion.
Well, when it comes close to me, it's Christmas Evil.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, you can't.
I can't.
Why do you do that every time you say it's in a movie? Why can't you just be like, oh, I haven't seen that one? Why you like? Just haven't seen it, but jeez. Not that big of a deal, you can watch it eventually. Anyway,
Cool.
back to Christmas Story. I mean, like, for me, the best thing about this movie is the writing.
The writing in this movie is fantastic.
And the acting as well. The combination between the acting and the writing, because every character in this movie seems real.
Yeah, there's actually a couple of goofs in the movie. If you look at it really, really close, you know the scene where they have under the table from the bandits.
The bandits.
Yeah, you can say, I knew they were going first in the end, and she puts her face against the pole. If you look really closely, she's laughing. It's if you haven't seen this movie, of course, yeah, what rock have you been living under? Seriously.
I mean, they play it for 24 hours.
On
On Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Christmas
Yeah.
Eve night into Christmas Day night.
it's pretty crazy.
Usually like 6 to 6.
6 to 6.
Yeah, like I said, the writing and the acting, because every character in this movie seems real to me. Like the dad,
The old man.
Fragile, must be Italian.
No, I think it says fragile.
Oh, okay. You know, I mean, we've all done crap like that.
Yeah.
Or, not a fan of, you know, I could quote this movie from beginning to end, and I haven't even watched it this year. That's how
I
much-
watched it like 10 times this year.
That's how much I've known and loved this movie my whole life, because I don't have to watch it to review it. I know this movie. This son of a gun would freeze up on the equator in the middle of the summer.
Wait, it doesn't say good.
Oh my god. Let's go through it. Let's just break it down and start talking about some of our favorite parts. What's some of your favorite parts, man?
Oh god, I love the Scott Farkas. And
Oh, and the fight between
Yeah.
Ralph and Mother rockin'.
It's funny. Oh. And then, no one actually talks about this part much, but Daddy's gonna kill Ralphie.
Daddy ain't gonna kill Ralphie. he's under the sink.
Yeah.
He gets him a cup of milk and some cookies. And when
Yeah.
the dad comes home, he's sitting there reading his newspaper, and the mom opens up the cabinet, he gets out and runs upstairs.
And when I think it's Randy, that's his name, right?
Randy, the little boy, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny when he's eating the meatloaf like a pig. And you get, I just love the face in the background of Ralphie and the old man. Ralphie's like, "Ew." And then the old man's even worse. He pulls down the newspaper. He's like, he covers his face back up.
For me, it's the little things in this movie that make it so
Yeah.
good. Like the little old nanny Dakota ring when he's upstairs.
Oh my god, it's funny. Drink your
Be sure to what? Be sure
to drink
your Ovaltine. A Crummy commercial?
Son of a.
You know, it's the little things like that that make this movie so good, and Ralphie's dream sequences with the, you know, A plus, and he gets up.
Oh, it's funny. I was just cheering. Oh yeah, remember the Christmas basket?
Oh, he's got everything in it. Yeah.
Thank you, Ralphie. Merry Christmas.
Or my favorite dream sequence has to be the soap poisoning.
Oh
He's blind.
yeah.
What has done this to you? And he's like still the same age. It was soap poisoning.
Oh.
Yeah, when they're doing that, my favorite part of it, it's one of those little things that you have to like pay attention for. When he's like, "Oh, I told you not to use the life buoy."
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Bob Clark wrote this film. He actually wrote it with the guy who wrote the original book. Like basically, if you know the story behind the Christmas Story, he
Unfortunately, I don't think I've seen it. Not seen the movie, but read the book.
Oh, I've never read the book either. Basically, Bob Clark was driving down the road, and I wish I could remember the guy's name. I can't right now. But he was actually on the radio reading his book on Christmas, and it was a story about him wanting the BB gun. I mean, they're all loosely based on the author's real life. And Bob Clark said, I already got to the house I was getting to, and I decided to drive around the circle to finish the story, and he was inspired and decided to make a Christmas story, but nobody wanted to make a Christmas story. He ended up making Porky's first, when the Christmas story is supposed to be first. Because nobody trusted that this movie would do well, because they claimed that, you know, Christmas movies,
Don't do well.
not that they didn't do well, just not what they were wanting, and, you know, he finally got to make it. It was a very low budget film, and it ended up, you know, becoming the cult phenomenon that it is today. I mean, there's leg lamps, there's board games, there's coffee mugs, there's T-shirts, there's
Dream sequences.
there's dream sequences. I'm talking about merchandise.
Oh. That'd be
Yeah,
funny.
they sell dream sequences. You put them in your head and you wake up.
Oh, I think you talking about the movie.
No, there's T-shirts, there's Christmas tree ornaments, there's
Lights.
there's basically anything that you can slap a Christmas story on. You know, you can slap it on it. And
I was looking through a little magazine in there, and it said, the old man bobblehead.
yeah, I mean, like, it's just becoming this cult phenomenon now, you know.
Oh, I wouldn't even consider it a cult phenomenon anymore. It's pretty mainstream now.
And you know, and at least, you know, Bob Clark passed away a couple years ago in a car wreck. And at least he lived long enough to see it become what it is now, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of directors don't get that opportunity.
You joke.
Yeah, Fulci is a good example of that. he's become, Bob Clark has become, that movie's now synonymous with Christmas. I mean, like, just like It's a Wonderful Life, or, all the rack and base stuff, like Rudolph, or, Frosty the Snowman, it's
Don't watch Frosty 2.
that's another day. It's really become, synonymous with Christmas. I mean, you think Christmas, you think
Yeah,
A Christmas Story,
I used to watch this movie during the summer.
I've never done that. I've always waited till Christmas to watch it. I actually don't watch it until the Christmas Eve marathon. Because it doesn't feel like Christmas Eve to me without watching.
I watched it like November 1st.
I don't. I always watch it on Christmas. It's a fantastic movie, man. Oh.
Yeah, I love waking up, and as soon as you wake up, after you unwrap the presents under the tree and stuff, turn the TV, there it is.
The big thing to note is that my dad, his grandpa, is a gigantic fan of this movie.
Oh,
On Christmas Eve, first showing, it comes on, and we watch the first showing, and it does not leave that channel until the marathon is over. So we're opening presents, Christmas Story. Eating breakfast, Christmas Story. Going to bed, Christmas Story.
it's movie. I don't see what's not to like about this movie.
I mean, I don't see anything to dislike about this movie. I've never had a problem. I mean, like, I guess it kind of slows down towards the end. But even then, there's funny moments, like the duck.
Remember the bowling ball? Oh!
And the duck.
Yeah, the duck.
It's smiling at us. Oh, whap! And all was right with the world. I mean, like, if I had to pull any complaint, I feel like the movie works best before he gets the BB gun.
Yeah.
Because the last stuff kind of slow down after. But that's, oh my god, that's such a minor complaint. It's still good.
But we've got to talk about one thing. Oh, fudge.
No, that's not what I thought you were going. I thought you were going to go, ho, ho, ho. Kicks you down the slide.
Yeah, I love both those things.
I love the Santa Claus in that movie. I love the elves the most. Come on, kid.
But Santa Claus, to anyone that wants to come up here later than 9 o'clock and kiss my foot, oh! It's
Oh, get him off me. Get him off me. I love it, man. It's such, I mean, the writing is so great. Like I said, I mean, like,
the acting's great too.
the acting is fantastic. I mean, some of the kids are a little shaky, but that, that's to be expected.
When I first time watched it, there's one part that scared me when I was a little kid. The dream sequence when he takes down the bandits. I never expected this. I knew this. I was like, what was that?
I mean, like, another thing I love about the movie is the relationship between the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they work so well. It reminds you of, like, yourself at that age with your friends.
I'm still at the age.
Like the double dog dare to stick your tongue to the light post. And, like, he gets stuck. He's like, he's like, but the bell rang. I mean, that's something that kids do, man,
Yeah.
And they don't hold back. The kids cuss in the movie,
Smart.
Yeah.
But there's one scene that I always laugh at. Is
The Pink Nightmare.
oh god, yeah, the Pink Nightmare. Also, when after it says "Oh fudge" and he says, I can't remember what the soap name was. Not Lifebuoy yet, but he says whatever the soap name. I can't.
He goes through them all like, it has a bit of an almond after
The
flavor.
dinner after.
Oh yeah.
But Lifebuoy. Ugh, ugh. You would tell me where you learned that word at?
Schwartz.
So I heard that like 10 times a day from my old pa.
I figured you were gonna talk about the dad's face because I know you're a big fan of facial expressions, like funny face. When he says "oh fudge," he's like,
What did you say?
"Well, we better wrap this up quick."
Yeah.
So yeah, we could go on all day about this daggone movie. It's such a classic. So let's go ahead and rank it. What do you give it out of 5?
I'll give it 5.
I'm giving it a 5 as well. Buy this movie, own this movie, watch on TV. Don't matter how you get it, just do it. I'm John.
I'm mad. And do it now.
And does anybody have any more wishes?
The fishes jump, people.
But we want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year,
Yeah.
and we'll see you all next week. See you guys.
Bye bye.